friends, are you ready for Captain Jay's story? I'm so excited to share it with you. Come along on our adventure today, and don't forget, hit that red subscribe button down bottom. Ahoy friends! Welcome back to the adventures of Captain Jay and Tiki. Today we've got a very special episode for you. We're going to be reading my book. That's right. Captain Jay is going to read his book, which I wrote and illustrated. It's called Captain Jay and the Misfit Crew. And we thought it might be a fun time for a little bit of story time with me, shall we? I'll show you every page after I'm done reading it. Captain Jay was a pirate with a peg leg. All his life he'd wanted to be a pirate captain, to sail his own ship and command his own crew. Captain Jay would spend his days watching the ships come in, listening to the sailors talk about treasure and danger in sailing. He watched them tie knots and hoist sails. He followed them as they bought supplies and counted their treasure. He learned all the best pirate words like "Arr" and "Yo ho ho." And he studied all the pirate stories about sea monsters and shipwrecks. Do you see those sea monsters and the treasure maps? My goodness gracious, those were the old days when I was younger. Learning to be a pirate captain. Every day he did his chores and eventually he even saved up enough money to buy his own ship. He named it the Adventure. Captain Jay was very excited to start his career as a pirate captain, so on September 19th he grabbed his peg, his trusty friend Tiki, and boarded his ship. Captain Jay looked around smiling from ear to ear, taking in the wonder that was his ship. "Hoist the sails," he said. "Weigh anchor," he exclaimed. "Captain on deck," he yelled. But nothing happened. Captain Jay looked around and laughed. "Ha ha ha! I forgot! I needs me a crew! Because you can't sail a ship without a crew, you know." Well, Captain Jay and Tiki set off into town looking for a crew. The other captains all stared and pointed and laughed. "Look at his peg leg! He can't be a captain! He can't even walk right," said one nasty old pirate. "Yar, he'll be the snowiest pirate in town!" Another pirate jeered. But Captain Jay ignored them. His peg leg never stopped him before, and it wouldn't stop him now. All the other captains turned their backs, set their sails, and went off to find treasure, leaving Captain Jay behind. It's not very nice, is it? You can't leave someone behind just because they're a little different. And Captain Jay and Tiki went from tavern to tavern and from inn to inn. They searched high and they searched low. They looked in nooks and they looked in crannies. And after searching for many days, Captain Jay and Tiki stumbled into a dark and deserted part of town. There was a small tavern set way in the back. The roof was rickety and the door hung on one hinge. They walked into the tavern, noticing the sign, "Misfits Recluse," and set their eyes on the last pirates left in town. Captain Jay got excited and shouted with glee, "Ahoy! Any of you scurvy lot wish to join me crew?" The pirates looked up, saddened, and one stood up and approached Captain Jay. "We can't be pirates and we can't sail the seas." Captain Jay asked, "Well, why not? You look like pirates. You smell like pirates. You're even dressed like pirates," he said. The man looked back, said, "Can't you see? We all be different. The other pirate captains told us all we can't be pirates because I have only one eye." "And I have only one hand," said another. "I'm too short," shouted one more. "And me nose be too big," said the man in the back. "That one over there, he can't hear. And him in the corner, he walks with a stick. You see, we all be different. And the other captain said we can't be pirates like them." It's not very nice, is it? Treating people just because they're a little different. When Captain Jay looked around, he saw the big nose in the one hand. He saw the cane and the short man. He saw all these pirates and all the things that made them different, and he smiled. "Well, I be Captain Jay, and I has only one leg, so you know what? I be different too. That doesn't mean we can't be what we want to be. I'll take the lot of you on my ship and find work for everyone." The pirates cheered together. The next day, the pirates were all together aboard the Adventure. Some were tending the sails, others were swabbing the decks. One was checking the crow's nest, which is way up top on the top tippity top mast. You climb up there, you can see for miles. Captain J was walking around looking at his crew and inspecting their work when the pirate who couldn't hear approached him. He handed Captain J a bottle, and in the bottle was a letter. To anyone still in town, help! We pirate captains have been kidnapped. All of our ships and crews have been taken. A giant kraken has us caught in its arms, and we need help. Captain J read the note aloud. When he was done, he calmly rolled it up, placed it in his pocket. The crew were staring at him, eyes waiting. What do you think is the right thing to do, my friends? Should we go help those pirates that were mean to us? Well, me crew, said Captain J, what are we waiting for? We have some pirates to rescue. And with a large cheer, huzzah! The crew got to work. They set sail to find the Kraken and the pirate prisoners. It took 3 days to sail to the Kraken, and when they arrived, the Kraken sat waiting. It saw Captain J and his crew and licked its lips hungrily. Excited to have more pirates for his prize. The other captains and crews looked out and saw Captain J and his crew. Oh no! They yelled. Captain J can't save us, he's only got one leg, and his crew are all misfits like him. Captain J gave a wink to the crew, and everyone snapped to work. The pirate that walked with a stick wasn't very fast, but he was skilled at making nets. While the ship sailed searching for the Kraken, he had spent his time making a large net so they could catch the beast. The pirate with the large nose, he could smell the stench of the Kraken well before they could see it. He shouted to the crew, "Kraken dead ahead!" and the crew prepared themselves for the beast. The pirate with one eye, who could not see very well, used his ears to hear the motion of the waves and the splash of the sea. He could hear the Kraken coming and shouted directions for the captain to steer. And the pirate who couldn't hear set to work on the cannons. He could see very well, and his aim was perfect. He began firing on the Kraken with precision. The large pirate, who couldn't run very fast, was very strong. He pulled on the sails to make the ship go faster as the wind filled the sails. His great strength kept them moving swiftly around the Kraken and away from danger. And the short pirate was so small, he was able to move around the ship and avoid the Kraken's arms. He dodged each arm and used his size and speed to bring cannon balls to the crew's cannons. See how they all have their own special skills? With all the water and seaweed coming over the rails, the ship, crew were slipping and sliding on the deck. Captain J, however, put his peg leg into one of the knots of his ship and kept his footing. He stood there shouting orders and kept his crew calm, with Tiki holding tight to his shoulder. That's you. All of his crew were doing great. Each pirate had their own special talent. No matter how different they were, they all worked together as a team. Suddenly, the pirate with only one hand and a sharp hook in place of the other ran to the front of the ship where the Kraken was starting to charge. He waited, watched, and measuring the distance until the exact moment the Kraken reached the ship. Using his hook, the one-handed pirate cut the rope holding a giant net. Swoosh! The net dropped and wrapped around the Kraken. The Kraken caught in the net, released the other pirate captains, their crews, and their ships. Captain J and his crew of misfits had saved the day. I'm not going to say we're superheroes or anything, but, you know, it's what superheroes do, so kind of like are superheroes, even though we're not superheroes. I'm not going to say we're superheroes, but we did a superhero-y kind of thing, I think. The other pirate captains thanked Captain J and apologized to him and his crew. They realized that just because a pirate is different, or a person, does not mean that they can't do things other pirates or people can. Each captain offered Captain J's crew a spot on their ships, but each crew member said, "No way, Jose!" They enjoyed being part of the misfit crew of Captain J, and there they stayed. Captain J and his faithful friend Tiki and his crew sailed on for years and years, gathered lots of treasure. And do you know what happened with that Kraken? No, we didn't chop him up and eat him in squid cakes. He just wanted some pirates to play with, just like everyone else. That's right, that's him there. His name's Rex now. We named him. Gave him a nice little collar, played a little ball with him. very friendly after you get to know him. He's not going to eat anybody after all. Well, that is Captain Jay's book. Again, you can find this on Amazon, wordery.com, Barnes and Nobles, wherever really you can find books to buy. Illustrated by myself as well. What do you think, Tiki? Pretty good, huh? Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed our story. We can't wait to see you next time. So until then, bye. Ahoy! Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and you don't want to miss another one, hit the subscribe button below. And don't forget, Captain Jay's here every week on Wednesdays with a new episode for you. If you want more Captain Jay, check out my book, Captain Jay and the Misfit Crew. It's available online on Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and wordery.com. We'll see you next time. Bye!